Hey guys, it's Bang from About PC Gaming here, about to get into some more Ark Survival Evolved gameplay. Now the aim of today's benchmark test is really just to see if I can maintain a stable 60 frames per second at 1080p with the high preset. So this was actually a requested video from a viewer, so I'm going to be using a resolution of 1920 by 1080. And as you can see, I'm using the high preset. I've made sure the resolution scale is 100%. Everything else is part of the preset. I'm not going to make any other adjustments. Okay, so this game was scheduled to come out the 14th of August 2017, but it has been pushed back to the 29th. I'm not too sure why that is. But let's just hope they can do a bit of optimization in that time, because from my experience, even an overclocked GTX 1080Ti cannot maintain 60 frames per second at 1080p, which is pretty frightening, to be honest. They really do need to optimize that game. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is just try and make this game as demanding as I can. Just go around the map, just do my day-to-day activities. I'm just going to quickly level up my Pteranodon. I do need a bit more stamina. So this is Max, my level 10 male Pteranodon, and this is Zara, my level 8 Triceratops. The game does look stunning, as we all know, but when you go into places like the forest, performance does seem to tank. So I was going to try and hunt a few predators today. This is pretty much the area I've been staying. As you can see, I've pretty much cut down all the trees and used all the resources around here. So there are quite a few predators in this area that I need to take out, and that's pretty much what I want to aim to do today. But first of all, I just want to show off the performance of this game. So what I'm going to do is run into the more dense area where there's more foliage and there's more vegetation, just to have a quick test of performance. I'm just going to get out my sword just in case I run into any trouble. So as you can see, frames per second drops down into the 70s, but definitely still above 60 frames per second, which is what we want. We don't want to be dropping below 60. This game uses a ridiculous amount of resources. As you can see, I'm using... I hate these little things. Let me just quickly take care of them. They usually attack in packs, so I won't be surprised if there's 6 more waiting for me. Here's one now. Probably 1 or 2 more. So yeah, I was saying the resources that this game uses is ridiculous. So obviously, you know, the GTX 1080Ti uses 11 or has 11 gigabytes of GDDR5X, and I'm using 9 gigabytes of that right now. As for system memory, I'm using 12 gigabytes of that. So very high usage, even at 1080p. I think this game does still suffer from a memory leak, because when you load the game up, you will use around about 8 gigabytes, and then it just keeps going up and up and up. So I'm happy with the performance. As you can see in the forest, we're easily maintaining over the 60 frames per second. So I'm just going to get back on max and try and locate some predators and see if I can take some out. I've had to run away from them on occasion, and I kind of want to get some revenge. So as you can see, when it starts raining, it does make things go a bit dark. It does dampen the skies, but I have to say the weather effects, the night and day weather transitions, probably the best I've seen on any game. I'm not sure if you saw that, there was a slight hitch there. Even with the amount of memory I have on my system, and the amount of VRAM I have available, you still suffer from hitches and stutters. I'm not too sure why that is, but hopefully by the 29th of August, when this game is released, they would have made some final adjustments. I mean, a lot of people do hope that they've just been adding features and avoiding optimization and leaving that till last, but from what I've seen, you have to kind of wonder if they could have fixed the performance, they would have already done so, in my opinion. So I'm not going to hope. There is talk that they may be adding DirectX 12 to the game. It may help, But from what I've seen on DirectX 12 so far, I wouldn't place too much stock in that. But so far looking very, very good. There was a Spinosaurus around here somewhere that I intend to kind of kill. And obviously I want to do this from a fair distance, because if that thing gets its hands on me, I won't be lasting very, very long. Okay, can't seem to find it now. It may have disappeared. What's over here? So I'm just going to land now and just regain my stamina. But very, very good looking. Even at high settings, the graphics are still pretty good. The draw distance isn't great. At epic settings, you'd be able to see quite further into the distance. I just want to check how much food my Pteranodon's got, because it seems to be eating quite a lot. I'm just get a few fish and add that to his inventory, because I don't want him to run out of food while I'm flying around. Okay, let's go and get these fish. It's 4. That should do for now. So I'm just going to add all this raw fish. Okay, I'm going to try calling him over to me. Don't know if he's in range to hear me, but it usually flies to me if I whistle. So as you can see, it's still stuttering. Even with the overpowered hardware I have, it's still not enough to get a silky smooth experience, but at least we are holding 60 frames per second. Let me see if I can whistle from here and see if Max will come over. Yeah, you heard me. Come on, Max. Alright, let's give him some food. Okay, so it's definitely got enough fish. I don't need to worry about that. I just want to hunt down some predators now. So, hasn't dipped below 60 frames per second. As you can see, my GTX 1080Ti is pretty overclocked. I'm running about 2.03 gigahertz at this time. So, and a 400 megahertz boost to the memory. So that will give me around 10 to 11 frames per second extra over the reference design GTX 1080Ti. So I guess if we knocked off 10 frames per second, for the average user you'd be getting around 70 frames per second right now. So it would still be doing the job. So let's have a look around. There's this massive Terraboa, 2 of them actually. I hate these snakes. So what I'm going to do is kill these. I'm just going to land over here, so my oh, there's another one as well. There's just a ridiculous amount of enemies in this area, so I need to be careful. So I'm just going to land over here, get out my shotgun. It tried to kill. Oh no. There's a Spinosaurus I've been looking to fight. But I finally killed it. Man, there's so many things that want to kill me. Another boa. Another Titan boa. I'm finding it hard to run away because this thing's after me now. So guys, that's pretty much it. I'm definitely going to die now. So Ark Survival Evolved definitely can run over 60 frames per second with the high preset on the GTX 1080 Ti. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.